The Shepnaz Podcast begins now.
Welcome to the Shepnaz Podcast. I'm Joe, and I'm your host today. And we have with us a whole room full of our youngest students that recently went to summer camp. And we have with us Pastors Brett and Emma that are going to be kind of controlling the room a little bit while we're talking and sharing. Actually, Emma, I think, is here to be Brett's emotional support as he's trying to corral everyone else.
That's spot on, Joe. You got it.
All right, so we want to welcome them in. Brett, if you would tell us a little bit about what they've all just been through, and then we're going to hear some of their experiences, and we'll get to know them a little better ourselves.
Yeah, sure. So let's see, it was a little while ago now. It was July 8th through 12th. We all went to camp up in Bell Fountain at Camp Katubik. It was the South Central Ohio Nazarene Church Kids Camp. And so it was an overnight camp. There were about 9 different station activities that we got to do, stuff like rock wall climbing and we did archery, we did the giant swing, 9 square, all kinds of super fun indoor and outdoor activities. There was a prayer station and a mission station too. We had chapel services twice a day. Meals we shared together with lots of other kids from the camp. So just a fun time to get to know other kids on our district and learn a little bit about God and just spend some time out in God's creation. So it was a lot of fun, I think. Did you guys have fun?
Yes.
Let's try this again. Did you guys have fun?
Yes.
Wow. Oh, that's great. So for those that aren't aware, Pastor Brett, kind of tell us a little bit about where the camp is and that kind of thing. Where is it located?
So it's just up in Bell Fountain. It was about right around an hour drive north from here. And Emma and I drove, and Pastor Rob also drove up some of you guys on the Monday in the Jeep. And Stephen Berkey helped us bring you guys all back down on Friday. It's a pretty decent sized camp. There's lots of cabins. The guys were in one of the mini cabins. The girls were in one of the dorms that's just off of the chapel building. But yeah, it's a decent sized camp, and the lake is definitely one of the main attractions that I think you guys probably enjoyed. I had fun.
Yeah, we liked the blob and stuff and the trampoline. Oh yeah, I wrestled Emma and stuff and Charlotte too.
Yeah.
All right, so since we're hearing some input already, which is great, let's go around the room and kind of introduce everyone. We'll start with Emma, and she can tell us a little bit about, like, how long have you been at Shepherd? And for those that don't know you.
I'm Emma. I have been going to Shepherd pretty much my whole life. I grew up here with Brett. We went to children's church here together, and yeah.
And now you're married, and now you have to just get drug along with everything that Brett's doing.
Yeah,
True.
that's right.
I understand that. That's a great way to do it. All right, so next we have, who do we have? TJ. And TJ, what grade are you going into this coming year?
Second.
All right. And what's your favorite dessert?
Ice cream.
Nice. Good choice. All right.
Sure.
Next.
I'm Abby.
Mm-hmm. And you're going into?
I'm going into 6th grade.
Oh, so you're getting ready for a promotion, right? Yeah. And what is your favorite dessert?
My favorite dessert is probably ice cream cake.
Ice cream cake.
Ooh,
Oh,
I didn't even think about
you
that.
took the 2 and put them. You got a twofer. Yeah. On that. All right. Next. For those that are listening, she's just staring at the microphone.
Tell us your name.
All right. We would like to know your name. You have to talk out loud, not just in your head.
My name is...
Remember, this is on TV. So.
My name is Abigail. I am going into 6th grade. And I'm not sure what my favorite dessert is.
All right. What's your favorite show on either TV or streaming or whatever? Tick tock.
The Croods Family Tree on Disney.
All right.
All right.
Great. By the way, every time there's something said, like somebody might be doing something wrong, your mom will immediately say, "Is it one of my kids? Is it one of my kids?" Just so you know. All right, next.
My name is Adalia. I'm going into 4th grade, and my favorite dessert's an ice cream cake as well, because when I was like turning 5, my mom was trying to smash my head and my face into an ice cream cake, and she forgot it was like hard, so my face bounced off of it.
That paints a pretty picture. I'm sure she'll be glad you shared that story. All right, and one more.
My name is Zoe, and I'm going into 6th grade. And I don't think I know what my favorite dessert is either.
So you're having a promotion coming up too, also. Brett, you want to tell us a little bit about these promotions that I have alluded to, and maybe an event that's coming up pretty soon in regards to that?
So, our 5th graders are getting ready to move up, and the ones that just finished 5th grade are getting ready to start 6th grade here in the fall. And what comes with that is, as Joe said, kind of a promotion into the youth group, which is a little bit of a different scene from Kids Church, but we're excited for them and their new adventures that await them with Pastor Brianna and all of the fun that's over there. And we are also pretty sad because we're going to miss having them around in Kids Church all the time. But just a short while from now, July 28th, it's a Sunday afternoon, we're having a little event, a little bit of a celebration, send-off, goodbye for these kids. After church, after the second service, the 10:45 service, they are going to get to go, if they so choose, and pending parent approval, on a walk with some of the staff and youth staff to Dairy Queen, just down the road, and get some ice cream as sort of a celebration and a last hurrah before they head off into the youth group. So we're looking forward to that. Again, sad that they're leaving, but excited to kind of celebrate this new stage for them.
Nice. I can tell by the expressions on their face. This was their first hearing it.
Yeah,
so
I think it's
very
news
excited.
to them.
Yeah.
All right. So possibly, if you're allowed, a walk to Dairy Queen on Sunday, July 28th. All right. So you guys were at Camp Katubik. Actually, one of my sons was there too.
Yeah.
Although he wasn't like one of the students there, he was one of the pastors there. Pastor Caleb from Grove City was there, and that's actually one of mine. So let's hear about your experiences. First of all, let's just get it out. Does anybody have a favorite memory from? Oh, I already see. You want me to finish the question? All right. So a favorite memory from the week of camp, because, I could have finished that any other way. But you had your hand up first, so go ahead.
My favorite memory from camp is like the giant swing and stuff, and like the lake, especially when I got blobbed, because I never went on those before. And like it was a really fun moment, and Zoe actually blobbed me and stuff, and I actually went pretty high because she's tiny.
Now, you want to explain to everybody what it's like to be blobbed, like how that works?
Yeah, so like it's kind of when you're on the blob, so like when you jump off of the ledge and stuff, it's kind of like a soft pillow more than you smack the ground.
Yeah.
And so once you're done blobbing that person, you crawl all the way down to the end and stuff and wait for the other person to blob you.
Now, is this one of these big inflatable things and one person jumps on it and the other person gets popped off?
Yes.
So Zoe was your jumper and you were the one popping off, right?
Yep.
That was nice. All right.
And
you were the flyer.
Nobody went all the way across the lake, right? Like, where did you land after you got blobbed?
I didn't go very far because Zoe blobbed me, so I don't want to smack the ground.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nope.
All right. Well, we'll just keep going around this way. Go ahead.
My favorite part was either dessert or getting to make Pastor Brett look like a girl.
Oh my! Do you want to share a little bit about the story that you're referring to, Abigail? And so, well, here.
Which one?
I'll-
Dessert?
Also,
or
potentially Emma's
the
favorite
other one?
memory.
Oh,
from that
potentially.
time.
Well, here, I'll give a little bit of background. Well, just let me say this one thing. So, our camp was superhero themed, and the theme was Unlock the Power. So, we talked about the power of Jesus, and that was kind of the central message to all of our chapel services. And that also means that a lot of our events were superhero themed. And so, Abigail's referring to the event. Would you care to elaborate on what happened there?
So,
Bend the mic and stuff. No, like.
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
how does this go down?
There you go.
It's like that.
That's good.
Oh.
Perfect.
Okay, so we got to dress Pastor Brett up as a superhero. We made him called Tutu Titan.
Nice.
We made him wear a yellow tutu, and he had hawk fists on, and we got to put makeup on him and pigtails in a braid in the back.
And what was his superpower?
Oh my.
Spinning.
Well, if I am remembering correctly, I had the power of flight, Joe. That was
all right.
thanks
well,
to my
I don't know. I
super
kind of
spins.
like the image of the power of
Spinning.
spinning better.
That's
better.
That's an excellent superpower.
And his phrase is that he spun so fast around that he knocked Pluto out of the solar system for a minute.
Yes, that was part of the origin story.
But don't worry, it came back.
And the spinning is what gave me my radioactive Hulk fists too, right?
Yeah.
It was
Did we
pretty
say
cool.
that?
All right.
You can imagine the image.
Zoe would like to jump in for a second.
The talent show was funny.
Oh, yeah.
Eddie the Rizzler.
Oh my
He said this to Emma. Not
Okay,
that Emma, but a
we
different Emma.
yeah.
It's a
There.
little inappropriate, so I'm not gonna say it.
Okay, yeah. So there was a talent show that took place on one of the last nights, and there, one of TJ and I's friends that was actually in our cabin was the act that ended up winning at the talent show, and he performed a stand-up comedy act where he said some pretty wild and funny things. But we also participated in the talent show, didn't we? We had 2 acts with our friends. Yeah,
Katubik.
the cup song, and what was the other one?
The Camp Katubik song.
Yeah, we had a parody from a song from a TV show called Bunked, right?
Yeah.
And so we did a little bit of a remix of this song that told about lots of our adventures at Camp Katubik. Do you guys remember the image that Pastor Jen put up on the screen?
Yeah.
Of them,
No.
Jacob and Leah.
I don't know that. Do you guys remember all the words to the song?
Yes.
Okay. All right, now, gather around the campfire light and sing weird songs. Camp Katubik, hanging out with someone new and falling out of a paddle boat. What's that smell? It's Colin Shoe. Camp Katubik.
This is our
Home away from, home away from, home away from home. Watch out, Jimmy just drank from your water bottle. Camp Katubik.
Wait, Camp Katubik, Camp Katubik. Camp Katubik.
All right, there we go.
Very good job, guys.
Nice. Yeah, actually, you guys can all go back and just record a little portion of that. That'll be your new ringtone on your
Yeah.
Oh
phones.
my goodness.
That would be wild.
All right, Abby, you're up. What did you like to share from your favorite moment?
My favorite part well, Abby already shared one of mine. My second favorite is watching Nasir be the superhero.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Nasir was there.
Was he like the Dreadmaster?
Yeah,
or what was
No.
his?
What was his superpower or
He
his
could
name?
fall asleep. I can't remember the name.
It was Boy Slumber.
Yeah, and he could fall asleep anywhere. And
That is one of my powers, actually. Yeah.
oh, really? Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness.
But go ahead.
And also on stage after so all the superheroes go on stage, stay on stage after they all vote. Not after they all vote. After they all like introduce themselves. And he fell asleep on there.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, I'm glad to hear he was up there and getting some rest.
Yeah.
All right, TJ, would you like to share, buddy?
My favorite part about camp was...
Yeah, let's hear you. Okay, go ahead. Your favorite part about camp was...
Did you like the lake?
I liked our 2 boys falling out of the paddle boat.
Oh,
Jacob and Liam.
It almost sunk.
He was going through a lot of selection in his head. He was like, okay,
Yeah, they were, like,
this
on
is
the
the
Titanic
top
and
10,
stuff.
but then he got down to number 1 was
Yeah.
flipping over the paddle boat.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Nice.
But good thing everybody was
Yeah, that's
okay.
why we
Nobody
sung
got hurt.
paddle boat in the Camp Katubik song
Right.
instead of canoe because none of us fell out of the canoe.
nope.
Yeah.
But some of our friends did fall out of that
Yeah.
paddle boat because
It was Jacob and Liam, right?
Yeah.
Actually, they jumped out of it because it was about to sink.
well, it was sinking, right? They didn't accidentally fall out. They jumped out because
Yeah.
it wasn't looking so good.
All right, Zoe, you had something you wanted to share?
Yeah,
There we go.
the power pellets.
Oh, yeah?
that
They were really fun earning them, and we got 72, and we actually won first place.
Yep.
That won us an ice cream party. It was just a chocolate bar, but
Still, it was
chocolate ice
good.
cream bar. It was still good.
Do you want to share what the power pellets were for? Like, how did we get power pellets as our team?
We earned them by being quiet during chapel and listening, and we earned them by doing good things like picking up the sand toys at after lake time, and we also did things like helping other people. Yeah.
In the competitions too, all of our games
Yeah.
awarded power
all
pellets.
the games.
So were there different teams then, or was
Yeah,
it
there were
organized
different
by
color
church,
groups.
or was it?
There
It was
were
different color
there were
groups.
10 different teams, and each
We
team
were
was
yellow.
assigned a color. And what team were we, guys?
Yellow.
Team, that's right.
Nice.
And so the yellow team was there was 18 people in it, and it was Shepherd and Northwest Naz were the only 2 churches in our group, but most of the colors had a few different churches together. So those were our friends that we hung out with most of the week, right?
Yep.
So how'd you guys do as a team?
Good.
Pretty good. We had some special events. They kicked it off the first night with kind of like a water Olympics thing where each team had there were lots of different competitions. There was like a freestyle swimming race, kind of like a King of the Hill thing. There was a underwater handstand competition. You guys remember some of the other events that were at the first night? Yeah, Abby.
What do you mean?
You remember the first night when we went down to the lake?
Yeah, the water games.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I was in the
The
belly flopping. I still think I should have won.
Yeah.
You should
We all think that you should have won. It was a solid belly flop.
Yeah, definitely.
And it hurt more than
All right.
anything.
And my favorite part about that night is that Emma got blobbed and stuff.
Yes, that was
Yeah.
so fun to watch.
I'm sure
went
that
flying.
was her
It was
favorite
so
memory
funny.
too, right?
And-
And she
love it.
swallowed some of the lake water, which she's
Oh, yeah.
still scarred.
And who blobbed Emma? Did you get that?
Pastor Jimmy.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't Pastor Brett. So, like I said, it was by our color group, and I could have blobbed Emma, but they elected for Pastor Jimmy from Northwest Naz to do it
Yeah.
because he's a little bit taller than me.
And I think it would have worked. I think it worked better than if you had.
Oh, he did a
blocked
great
him.
job. She went.
Yeah,
very,
Yeah, but
very
you're
high.
really taller than Emma. Like Emma's like 5 foot and you're like 6 foot.
Yeah. Well, we did win the best blob competition, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
she got us those power pellets.
Nice. Very nice. All right, so Pastor Brett, if you would tell us kind of like what was the agenda, what's the average day like, kind of what was their schedule and different kinds of things that they got to do. Obviously, we heard a lot of the fun things that they did, but kind of what their routine was during the day for camp.
Yeah, so usually most of our days were the same. So we started off with breakfast in the refueling center is what it was called for the week, the mess hall, and cafeteria, yeah, whatever you want to call it. So we had breakfast in there, sat together as a church sometimes with our color group, and then after breakfast we went to our morning chapel session. So we had to walk across the camp to go to the chapel, and then after morning chapel we usually had a couple of our stations, so 2 different activities that were about an hour long each. And then we'd head back to the mess hall for lunch. And then after lunch, usually...
Just one more station and then the lake and stuff.
Right. One more
Yeah.
station, and then most days we had lake time. Yep. And then after that, we would have dinner, and then evening chapel session, and then most nights after chapel, we had some sort of evening event, so...
Yeah, it was always so much fun.
There was also a slime slide.
There
Oh my
was a
goodness,
slime
yes,
slide.
it was
That
so much fun.
I didn't do it.
I went so fast on it. It was fun.
It was very slippery. Yeah, TJ said it was freezing because that was the one day of camp when it was raining and like 70 degrees
It was
outside.
Wednesday.
So we were shivering. Yeah.
Also, once we went to the lake was really warm. We didn't want to leave, but Pastor Brett made us.
Yeah, the lake was pretty warm.
It was like hot.
And he made us freeze.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we had to go get ready for dinner then.
Now, and throughout the week, there was some speakers and stuff that addressed. Do you guys remember who were the speakers that were talking to you guys from time to time, sharing?
Do you remember Super Pastor
Jen and Kim.
and
Pastor
Pastor Kim?
And Kim Bob.
That's right, the camp director and associate camp director.
Yeah.
So, was there anything from the stuff that they said that you guys were like, I can relate to that, or that was a really good thing to hear, or maybe a takeaway from the camp, anything like that? Maybe not. Just checking.
I didn't want to leave.
Yeah, no, I don't want to leave there.
You had a blast?
Yeah.
Well, that's good to hear.
Well, I did.
I had a lot of gum.
Gum?
Yeah, I had a lot of
quite
gum
a bit.
too.
She had
You do
quite a
know
bit.
that your mom's going to hear this, right? Okay, just let you know.
So
I savored some snacks, thankfully, because I thought I wasn't. But she, on the other hand,
Didn't.
Okay,
Yeah.
you guys remember the first night we had Super Pastor Jen talk to us about a little shepherd boy that took on a giant.
David and Goliath.
Yep, David and Goliath.
But that was Pastor Kim,
Oh, that's right,
Yeah,
it was
that was
Pastor
Kim.
Kim.
where she climbed up on
That
the
was a
ladder.
test. You passed.
Good job, guys. Yeah, Pastor Kim shared that one, and yeah, she talked about some of the giants that we might face in our life, like a lack of self-worth or difficult things in our past and some things that we have to go up against. And then the second night was who shared about there was a man that got thrown in with some lions.
Daniel and the Lion's Den.
I think that was like Pastor Kim's cousin.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that was Jared.
It
Yep.
was
Yeah.
Adam. No, Jared.
Jared.
And then Adam was for the.
No, Adam was the king.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, King
was the
and
king.
King Nebuchadnezzar.
yeah.
Or,
Or
yeah.
King Neb.
I have a few things to say.
Yeah. Oh, you wanted to say something, Zoe?
Yeah. So they were the cleanup rooms that got candy and
Oh,
powder
yes.
pellets and stuff. It was really fun trying to get your rooms clean.
Yeah, so we practiced keeping our rooms clean and making our bed in the cleanest cabins. Well, if you did a good job cleaning up your area, you got some candy as a reward. And the cleanest cabins got some power pellets for the week.
Woo! And we also got to do like a fire pit, like where the Camp Katubic staff did all of these skits. And then this one guy, it was really funny. They did that boat skit. That was my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really funny.
He said, "Do you know how to spell Sigma?"
Yeah, there was
That
all
was in a
kinds of
different
crazy
one,
stuff.
TJ.
Yeah, there was like a Dora one, and she's just and he's just like, "Soy Dora."
And then the other one, she's like, "Hi, I'm so Sigma." And then Dora gets back up.
And she's just
Do you know how to spell Sigma?
Yeah, there were a
S-I-G-M-A.
lot of different silly skits that Camp Katubic has been doing for a very long time that are some people's favorite memories. There was the boat one, too.
Yeah.
The boat was my favorite.
Yeah.
But it's just,
9 naked miles.
yeah, it's actually 9 nautical miles.
Naked Miles.
naked.
But we had we had quite the fun time, didn't we?
Yeah.
Campfire was
so
a lot
much
of fun, and the Camp Katubic staff were just really awesome at helping us out.
Their food was amazing.
The food was
yep.
very
Oh,
good.
Yep,
Yes, it was.
The food is always amazing at Camp Katubic.
Yeah.
Always.
Especially bacon. Their bacon is better than my mom's.
Okay, Zoe.
Oh,
Does
I don't know.
does anybody else have any favorite memories from camp that they would like to share, or something that they learned at camp? Adalia.
My favorite memory from camp is that, so when me and Charlotte first walked in, we were bunking together, and I let her have the top bunk. But then I realized, I think these two encouraged us to, go to the top bunk and stuff, and I had, like, the bottom bunk all to myself and stuff for a little while until she moved under. And then, and my favorite part was when me and Charlotte slept together in the same bed.
Oh,
yes,
boy.
which,
We were like a sack in a bed.
yeah.
Putting a bed in a sack? Wait, no, that doesn't make sense.
I have no idea what makes sense.
All right, Brett, so we'll do one last lightning round if you'd like to address everyone and give them a chance to give their one last good memory or anything that they want to share
All
about
right,
camp.
a lightning round. You think we can keep it quick, guys?
Yup.
All right, you want to start, Emma?
That look would be no, but she will. Pass the mic to TJ.
My favorite memory was when Jacob and Liam fell out of the paddle boat, jumped out.
That
That's
was
still
very
staying
funny.
at top.
That
Yep.
was such a good one.
What was your favorite memory, Emma?
I did enjoy the blob. I was scared, but
Hey.
I won us the points, so
That was fun.
yeah.
Way to take one for the team. I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
My favorite memory was probably the giant swing and hanging with my friends.
Nice. It's okay if you've shared everything you need to share, but if you have one last thing, we want you to be able to get it in.
I liked putting makeup on me.
Oh, yeah. We had our little celebration there, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
On one of the last nights. Was that the night when we did the superhero dress up? Everybody got dressed up and we just did some singing and dancing. Oh, you guys remember the well, yes, the talent show, but the camp songs, I think you guys really like too, the worship songs that we did at church, right? Yeah. And we started singing some of them here on Sunday mornings because they were...
Yeah, like our
Praise.
yeah,
Right.
praise and stuff. That was and Good God Almighty.
Mm-hmm.
And then we did an original song which was Diamonds.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Those
But
are all.
that wasn't at camp.
Okay, so, Adalia, do you have one more quick memory?
I probably do. Just let me think for a moment.
Do we need to go on to Zoe and come back to you?
Yeah.
Go, Zoe.
My favorite part was probably, I was gonna have Pastor Brett blob me, but they weren't allowed to
Yeah.
blob children.
Counselors aren't
Anyways,
allowed to blob kids.
my favorite part is definitely the food. It was really good, and I was gonna get seconds for everything, but some of the things I didn't want to get seconds because I wasn't feeling good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always good when the food at camp is good. That was definitely a blessing.
My favorite was probably like maybe also the food because like their food was really good. Like the taco in a bag. I really like those and stuff.
Walking tacos are like
Yeah.
the best.
Yes, and like the desserts were amazing and stuff. Like the pudding, I've like a mix of the vanilla and chocolate and the crushed up Oreos and stuff. That was really good. And then like the ice cream cups. Oh, those were really good.
Oh my goodness.
I didn't really like those like slushy things, you know, with the strawberries and orange. Yeah, like no, like it was really disgusting.
That was delicious. What
All
is
right,
wrong with
so
you? Raspberry.
Pastor Brett, bring it home for us. Tell us a little bit about, if you want to be able to hang out with all these kids, what are our regular service times and like the different things that are available for this age group of kids and kind of what the age range is and everything and anything else that you want to talk about that's coming up?
Yeah. So Shepnaz Kids goes from birth through 5th grade, like we talked about with our 5th graders. We have the nursery for our littlest worshipers, and then we have a preschool class. Both of those are for both services, the 9 o'clock and 10:45. The preschool class is generally 3 to 5 year olds, and then once you start kindergarten, you move up into the elementary class, which if you're looking to volunteer with kids, if you love kids as much as we do and you just want to spend more time with them and teach them about the Lord, we would be happy to have you. You can reach out to me any way that you would like to, and I would be happy to talk to you about some next steps for that. And let's see. Camp was an awesome time.
Are you guys all glad that Pastor Brett and Emma took you guys to go to camp?
Yes, it was so much fun.
You should probably say thank you on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you.
All right, that sounds good.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for joining us for this episode. Hopefully you were able to follow along with everything that we were saying today. But if you can't, go to shepnaz.org. You can probably follow that, and also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube for all of these wonderful kids in the room, and for Pastors Brett and Emma. I'm Joe. Have a great day.
I have a question.
Well, it's too late for that. This podcast is a production of the Shepherd Church of the Nazarene, Gahanna, Ohio. Email to podcast@shepnaz.org and let us know what you think.